Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Why don't you thank the audience? Okay.
Thank you very much. Everybody's probably surprised. Here we are back for the 4th show in a row. Surprise ourselves.
I was wondering, Tommy, I didn't see you around very much. What did you do all week?
Well, see what have I been doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been reading up on a theory on the correlation between clothes and politics. I found this very interesting, and I found a correlation between clothes and politics.
Well, what is that? What do you mean?
Well, it's just that you can tell who's running the country by how much clothes people wear.
Who's running the country?
Yeah, but you can tell by how much clothes the people wear by who's running.
What do you mean? Like some people can afford more clothes on and other people less clothes on?
That's right, exactly. See, some people, the ordinary people, are the less-ons. See?
Uh-huh. They're the less-ons. Well, who's running the country?
The moron.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest star Bob Crane, the Buffalo Springfield, and special guest star Bette Davis. Nelson Riddle and his orchestra, and the Anita Kerr Singers. Brought to you by... From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Play, Magic Finger. Unsung heroes of the Old West. My brother and myself would like to join together as we sing the song of the great heroes of the Old West. The rugged men of yesteryear who worked the great flatboats up and down the vast waterways, the vast water arteries of America.
These dependable heroes.
These dependable heroes of yesteryear. For they worked the flatboats up and down the rivers, bringing essential goods to the river towns of yesteryear. For nor wind, nor sleet, nor snow would stop the rugged boatmen as they brought their
Tommy, wait a minute. First of all, they were dependable.
That's
but
right.
That wasn't their motto. That was the motto for the postal department. We'll stop the postman on his appointed rounds. They didn't have a motto. They didn't need one. They didn't boast. They didn't brag like the post office department. No, they did their job. They knew what they did and were supposed to do, and they did it. Right? Nothing stopped the boatmen. Nor wind, nor sleet, nothing.
Nor through wind, nor sleet, nor snow, or rain.
Rivers.
Nor rivers would stop the boatmen.
Nor floods.
Or
great oceans.
Nor oceans.
Or puddles.
Or puddles.
Nothing.
Or rivulets.
Rivulets.
Or anything. Oh, sometimes droughts would slow them down.
But they weren't really a happy lot.
No, the boatmen were not a happy lot, for they worked from dawn till dusk, toiling, bringing the essential goods to these river towns of yesteryear, which eventually grew into the great slum areas of today. These men of yesteryear would stand on the back of their flatboats with poles, poling their boats, but they didn't want to use poles. They wanted to row their boats.
But they couldn't, Tommy.
Because
everybody pulled their boats
everybody pulled their boats in those days, but they wanted to row their boats, and they'd go to work 6:30 every single morning, cold and tired from 12 hours of work, and they'd come to a vicious, mean captain. And they'd come up to the boathouse, and the captain would say, "Hi, fellas." And the boatman would say, "Could we row our boats today instead of using the poles? You know, we'd like to kind of row our boats." And the captain might say, "Nope, you got to use the poles because that's the way boatmen have always done it."
Well, what's so bad about using the poles?
Because sometimes in the Ohio River, where this song comes from, the river was over 700 feet deep. Short poles. A lot of boatmen are lost that way. This song tells of the fun and frolic that the boatmen have once a week on their one night off as they go into town and spend their weekly meag's penances on fun and frolic. their week's pay as they go into town and dance and frolic around.
Boatmen dance, boatmen sing, boatmen do most anything. Dance, boatmen dance, dance, boatmen dance. Dance all night to the broad daylight, go home with the gals in the morning. Hey-ho, boatman row, sailing on the river on the Ohio. Hey-ho, boatman row, sailing on the river on the Ohio. This old boatman went ashore, liked it so he stayed for more. Dance, boatman dance, dance, boatman dance.
I'm a boatman, gee, I'm sore, I came home without an oar.
Dance, boatman dance.
I want to bring a pole home.
Hey, dance all night to the broad daylight, go home with the gals in the morning. Hey, boatman row, sailing on the river on the Ohio. Hey, ho, boatman row, sailing on the river on the Ohio.
Yes, the boatmen of yesteryear worked their flatboats up and down the rivers, bringing essential goods. They have these big flatboats, like, see, this is a visual aid. They have these big flatboats, and on the front of the flatboats were piled up essential goods, and the boatmen would stand on the back of the boats. See, they'd stand right back here with these poles, and they'd pull their boats and work their way up down the river. See, the essential goods were piled up here, and the boatmen stand right up. And sometimes they'd stand right over here.
Well, what do you mean, Tommy?
But
when
then
you,
we'd have
essential goods. What do you figure essential goods? You mean medical supplies and things like that?
Well, no, well, there was bandages. They have piled up here in the front, and
What else?
chicken wire
Chicken wire.
and church keys.
Church keys.
Very religious group. Yeah, church keys piled up, and they work their boats down the river
Now
here.
you say this is a flatboat. This visual aid is a flatboat, and this is the back over there, and the cargo is in the front.
That's
portion,
right. The boatmen would stand right back here with the rugged men. They would laugh and smile.
Okay, one question. May I ask a question?
Yeah.
What is this long, skinny thing stuck to the front of your boat?
See, there was essential goods piled up in the front. The
I
boatmen
know
would
there were
stand right
essential
on the
goods,
back.
Tommy, but what is this long, skinny thing stuck to the front of your flatboat?
It's a rudder. So the boatman would say, "Hi, hey ho, boatman, row."
Wait a minute,
See,
that
but they
doesn't
didn't
make
row
sense. Wait a
because
minute,
they had
Tommy.
poles.
That doesn't make sense.
That's a flaw in the song. I just figured it out.
Tommy, that doesn't make sense. Rudders aren't on the front of boats, they're on the back.
This is
All boats have their rudders on the back, never on the front. No exceptions. Now, you call this a rudder, so why? I mean, you tell everybody. They believe you. Everybody's listening. They say, oh, gee, he has a rudder on the front of his boat. They don't know. Now, why did you call that a rudder? Why?
well. See, there were well. There could be there could. It's really.
Well, just give me one of your favorite answers. You know, I mean, there's many answers, I suppose, but why did you call this a rudder?
Well, I lied.
That's all night to the broad daylight. Go home with the gals in the morning. Hey ho, sailing on the river on the Ohio. Hey ho, boatman row, sailing on the river on the Ohio. The roughest men that were afloat were those who worked the old flatboats. Dance, boatman, dance, dance, boatman, dance.
Oh, I know a boatman. His name was Mac. He had his rudder on the front.
Dance, dance, boatman, dance. Hey, dance all night to the broad daylight. Go home with the gals in the morning.
Everybody sing!
Hey ho, boatman row, sailing on the river on the Ohio. Hey ho, boatman row, sailing on the river on the Ohio. All right, now I've stood this as long as I can, Tom. That is the worst, sloppiest guitar playing I have ever heard in my life.
It's hard playing it on a rudder.
Hey ho, boatman row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hi ho, hi ho.
You know, our guest star tonight is one of the all-time great motion picture stars of all time. She's won the Oscar 2 times and been nominated 10 times in her career. And here she is, one of moviedom's best 2-timers. No, the very wonderful and talented Miss Bette Davis.
Thank you for that introduction, I think. It's nice being on your show, Tommy.
Thank you. It's nice having a show. No, I'm really a big fan of yours, Miss Davis, because I guess I've seen just about every picture you ever made.
You really have?
Honest. And you really made some classics. And the one that stands out and etched in my memory forever, I think, is the one...
What picture?
Well, The Putrefied Forest.
You mean Petrified Forest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's etched in my memory forever. I remember you started with those great film luminaries of yesteryear, filmed them, Sidney Toler and Douglas Dumberville.
Oh, no. No, Tom. Humphrey Bogart and Leslie Howard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but who can forget you in that picture as you played the... Remember you played the stunning forest ranger in the gambling casino?
I was a young waitress in a lunchroom.
You weren't a young waitress in a lunchroom, were you?
Oh, yes, very young.
That's hard to believe. Well, anyway, it's etched in my memory forever. And you want... I remember... This is the way the movie went. You remember? You wanted to visit your sickly mother, who was very ill, and Leslie Howard jumped on the desperados and beat and kicked them and tore all their clothes and stuff and took their money, and that's how you finally got to visit your mother from the money that he gave you that the gangsters, he took from the gangsters.
No, he died, and he left me his insurance.
He did?
Yes, that's the way it happened, Dick.
No, my name's Tom.
Of course, it's etched in my memory forever.
Miss Davis and I are going to be back with my super sibling brother, Dickie Smothers, to relive a stirring moment in history in the French Revolution, right after this word from our...
Sponsor.
Thank you. Sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Springfield is an exciting new singing group, and they currently have a top record entitled For What It's Worth. So, for what it's worth, ladies and gentlemen, here's the Buffalo Springfield.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. I think it's time to stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. This battle line's being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. We got to stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. But we got to stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes roots deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We got stopped. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We got stopped. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We got to stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look all right.
Tonight, we would like to recreate for you a landmark in the March of Democracy. As Miss Bette Davis and my brother Tom relive a turning point in history, the French Revolution and its bloody reign of terror. The setting is the royal palace. The poor people of Paris have asked for bread, but the vain and selfish Queen Marie Antoinette only laughs at them.
Peasants, filthy rabble, they cry for bread. Ha! Let them eat cake.
And opposing this vain and irresponsible monarch is my brother Tommy. Yes, I realize that's hard to believe, but that's how it is. My brother is in the role of the patriot Robespierre.
Rose who? I'm not playing any guy named Rose.
I didn't say you were.
You said Rose. I heard you. Clear as a bell.
Tommy, I said robes. Robespierre, like in bathrobes. Okay, now, Tommy, Robespierre, now get this, was a man dedicated to the obliteration of the cruel aristocracy.
Huh, to the guillotine with the aristocracy and let their perfumed foppish heads fall into the waiting bastard. Flop.
Well, now in this scene, Robespierre demands social reforms from Marie Antoinette. He plans to run her through with his sword if she refuses.
No, I'm not going to run her through with any sword.
Tommy, you have to.
Oh, no, I don't. I like Miss Davis, and I don't run through a great actress with a sword. It's in bad taste.
Okay. Agreed. But she's playing the part of a queen. Do you understand? She is not Bette Davis. She plays the part of a queen.
Okay, I'll just stab her in her queen part.
May I continue setting this French scene?
So be it, chérie, mon ami, mon cher Paris.
Same to you. It is twilight. Alone and secluded, Marie Antoinette relaxes in her chambers. Robespierre enters, filled with patriotic fervor. The cry of the revolution is on his lips.
Liberty, equality, and fertility.
Who is it who dares enter the chambers of the Queen unannounced?
It is myself, the fiery, impassioned patriot, Robespierre.
What is it that brings you to the palace, Rose?
Not Rose, robes. Like in bathrobes. And I come to beseech my queen on behalf of my subjects before my liege to press my suit.
You sue on behalf of the people, bah. They are nothing but noxious swine, vile and offensive, irresponsible, unreliable, and odious.
Well, you may think they're adios and vile and expensive and call them noxious, call them irresponsible, call them unreliable. It's undeniably true. It's not bad. Call them French or German, call them Ethel Merman, call them Shelley Berman, Yether.
You empty-headed, insolent puppy, hold your tongue.
Yether.
Surely we can discuss this like civilized people here. Have a piece of cake.
Nay.
Or would you care for an eclair?
Nay.
Or a Hostess Twinkie? Have a Fig Newton.
A fig on your Newton. Well, my friends, the filthy rabble are starving. All you think of is gay revelry. All-night orgies with champagne, noisemakers in paper hats, and continuous dancing to 3 great name bands. Well, I am filled with contempt and loathing, and a wave of nausea sweeps over me.
'Tis a pity before the sun sets you shall be taken in my private carriage through the countryside and driven to my summer palace, where you shall be thrown into a dungeon till your flesh rots. How does that sound to you?
Well, up to the dungeon part, not so bad. But nay, Queen, I am prepared to die for France, and you shall die with me.
I shall summon my gods.
Ah, but nay! It'll be of no avail. Before they hasten thither, I shall have run you through your queen part. Be prepared to die.
Don't be a fool, Rose.
Oh. Now you're really gonna get it on guard.
No, wait. Wait, it's all clear to me now. If you spare my life, I will grant the people's petition.
Okay.
Not only that, I shall put into effect a war on poverty, slum clearance, better schools, and medical care for the senior peasants, and the beautification of our highways, so that France will stand as a model to all the world.
And it shall be known as the Grand Society, and you shall be the First Lady of France.
Just call me Queen Bird.
Last year, television stations across the country began broadcasting editorials, taking a stand on the pressing issues of the day. We here on this program heartily approve of this trend. From time to time, we will express our opinions on current events. We now present an editorial. The subject, Safety in Automobiles. Here speaking for our program, Mr. Patrick Paulson, Vice President.
Are the summer soldiers in the war against auto safety turning their backs on that fierce and terrible winter campaign which comes in any war of this fighting drain? Or should we regroup our forces and either advance or move the Bill's part back? The crux is a stimulating raids on the lee side, yet tabled on the other. First, there are only 2 ways to go. One is neither right nor wrong, and the other way isn't. We know that taking a firm grade is pledginess, and the facts will bear us out. Certainly, the National Safety Traffic Agency will basic the final standards for 1968, and no automotive, I repeat, no automotive company will have grudged this properly to formalize the cars which aren't in Kent. In spite of that, these revolutionary eliminations should be incorporated for the inequities of further waging. We of the Smothers Brothers Corporation feel strongly about this, and so we believe a continuing reaction, despite its reason adversity, is possible. We demand a step up by the giants of the auto industry should all for the many years, and we advocate simply lowering the statistics which suggest we stop counting accidents. This is a necessity for all parts, and all those trudge and all those gains, the log of life. I think we should ask ourselves this question: how much?
If you wish a copy of the preceding editorial, write editorial, Box 1763, Beverly Hills, California.
I know a songwriter by the name of Rod McCune, and Rod has written a number of very beautiful and sensitive love songs, songs with a very powerful lyric. He wrote The World I Used to Know, and the lyrics go something like this. Someday the world I used to know will come along and bid me go. Then I'll be leaving you behind, for love is just a state of mind. But till I do, I'll stay a while and track the hidden country of your smile. Someday the man I used to be will come along and call on me. And then because I'm just a man, you'll find my feet are made of sand. But till that time, I'll tell you lies and chart the hidden boundaries of your eyes. Someday the world I used to know will come along and bid me go. Then I'll be leaving you behind, for love is just a state of mind. But till that day, I'll be your away your troubles if I can. In the world I used to know, in the world I used to You know, a couple of weeks ago...
Sing like a bird.
Thank you. Just call me Kingbird. A couple of weeks ago, we had a portion of our program where the audience asked us questions. And the reason was, of course, nobody knew us and wouldn't sing along with Tommy, and he felt very hurt about that.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of letters from the viewers, and...
they found it interesting.
They found it interesting, and so we'd like to do it again. If there's any questions that any of you may have concerning us, feel free to ask.
This is an informal question. Lady right there. Stand up and just holler out your question. We'll handle it.
Lady in green.
Pardon?
Which one of you is the kid brother?
Which one of us is the kid brother? He is.
I am. No, my brother is the younger of us. I am the older, by at least in chronologically, and say chronological years, only a year separates us. But in far as maturity and sense of drive, there's a giant gulf between us.
We won't tell you which way it goes either. Little girl over here in the print.
Why do you always stop Dick in the arm?
Like this?
Yeah.
It's because I care for him. Sometimes I hit him a little harder, like children have to be. They're trying to say, pow! No, it's just a little thing I've always
done.
done.
Not to do that again.
It's a thing. Any other questions here?
No, I mean it. Ouch.
Right over there?
We'd like to know what you do at night for fun.
What do I do at night for fun?
That's a very personal question.
Next question.
What is that?
Do you have anything in mind? Yes?
Shows that are not slot.
Do I think our show's going to knock Bonanza into a new time slot?
No, but we might knock you into one.
Way in the back there, if you can holler out your question.
How long have you been working together as a group?
You sound like my brother there. We started working professionally in 1959 in San Francisco at the Purple Onion.
Which makes it approximately about
We're in our 8th year, I guess.
8th year of Fun Pack Showbiz. Yeah.
Wait, we've neglected this
that
whole
area
section.
over there, yes.
What do you do in the day for fun?
And what do we do in the day for the fun? How come you're not sitting over here with this lady?
Well, actually, during the daytime, we're working on the show. It may not seem it, but we work all week on it. And it's quite a long job. It takes about, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day.
Now, what do you do during the day?
Next question.
Right over here? Yes, did we play sports in school?
Yeah.
My brother was a very fine track man in the middle distances, and I was excellent all around in everything.
My brother was a pole vaulter and a gymnast, and he won a letter in that. Show him a handstand.
You want to see my...
Want to see his handstand? Do you want to do it all the way from...
All the way. I'll do it
from
all the
sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay, this has never been done before and probably won't even now. Okay, go ahead.
This is my thing that I do. Sometimes I make it.
It's hard to do when he's sober. Are there any requests now? Any requests for material songs?
Any ideas? Just holler out your requests if you have any. Pumas? Do the Pumas? Any
That's
other
a good
requests?
song, the Pumas.
Chocolate?
Holler it out. Chocolate. Swanee?
Swanee.
You're confusing us.
Sing a solo?
Sing us a Mariah. That's a good one. For what it's worth.
Any other requests? Tonight? Wagon Wheels?
Moon River.
Mariah. We'd like to thank you for your request. We already have our show planned.
We'll be right back with Bette Davis, Bob Crane, and the Buffalo Springfield on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
Hi there. You know, we have with us tonight a man who, with one half-hour TV series, not only became a star, but a hero. With his versatile talents, he should be around for a long, long time. He has an album on Epic entitled Bob Crane, Colonel Hogan and His Drums Play Funny Side of TV, BN 26224. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Hogan of Hogan's Hero, a fine guy, Mr. Bob Crane.
just great, Bob, and I got to tell you, I didn't realize you played drums that well. That was tremendous.
Thank you, Dick. I just want to mention that the bass player, Ray Brown, his bass fell apart.
That's my bass.
Is that your bass?
That's my bass.
Oh, it fell apart on that thing there. Look at, they're holding the pieces there. It's a mess.
Well, you might say that's showbiz.
That.
You know, I got to tell you right now that
What?
At my house, I'm not just flattering you. At my house, we always watch Hogan's Heroes. I think it's a great show.
Thank you.
And I didn't realize until I watched that show that World War II was just so much fun, you know? Just great. It looked, I'm sorry I missed it. It was, a lot of fun.
Listen, Dick, the piece hasn't been too many laughs either, you know.
That's true. That's true. You know, this week, Bob and I were talking about some of the fun problems facing the world today, like taxes, slums, overpopulation.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. There's humor connected with overpopulation?
Well, no, you're right. Not humor. Just call it fun, huh?
I see, yeah.
A little bit of fun.
Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, CBS ran a special on the problem of air pollution. All the magazines have been writing serious articles about it recently.
That's right, and we decided that pollution is one of the most neglected fun areas.
Now, you didn't know that. An oversight which we would like to correct tonight.
Maybe.
Yes.
Anytime you're ready.
Let's go now.
If you visit American City, you will find it very pretty. Just two things of which you must beware.
Don't drink the water.
And don't breathe that air.
Pollution, pollution.
They got smog and sewage and mud.
Yeah. You turn on your tap and get hot and cold running crud.
Yeah.
You didn't know I drummed that well, did you?
No.
What did you do?
No.
Forget it. See the halibuts and the sturgeons being wiped out by detergents.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. But they don't last long if they try.
Pollution, pollution.
You can use the latest toothpaste.
Then rinse your mouth with industrial waste.
You thought we were going to be lousy, huh?
Just go out for a breath of air. You'll be ready for Medicare.
The city streets are really quite a thrill. If the hoods don't get you, the monoxide will.
Pollution, pollution. Wear a gas mask in a veil. And you can breathe long as you don't inhale.
Yeah, let's go tell some jokes.
Okay.
Hi, get away from the schmog for a moment. Hey, Ricardo.
See, Roberto.
Pretty schmoggy out today.
Why you say that?
I was walking down the street and I saw a pigeon with curb feelers.
Oh.
Or it was Dean Martin, I'm not sure.
You better forget that one.
I already did.
Okay, try again.
Hey, Ricardo.
See, Roberto.
They have found a way to purify the air. They mix perfume with the gasoline in the cars.
Well, does the perfume work?
Oh, this morning I saw 2 station wagons kissing.
Forget it.
Anytime.
Okay, after you.
All right, for me.
Lots of things there that you can drink, but stay away from the kitchen sink.
San Francisco garbage that they throw in the bay.
We drink for lunch in old L.A.
So go to the city, see the crazy people there. Like lambs to the slaughter, they're drinking the water and breathing the air.
Betty, I'd like to tell you right now that it is a real pleasure for my brother and I to have you on our show. I mean, a movie star of such magnitude and excellence is just really a thrill.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, you know. And Tommy and I are TV watchers, strange as it may seem, and we really love the late movies. And recently we've been noticing that a lot of the same lines are reappearing in picture after picture.
Well, that's the way they wrote movies in those days, Dick. Certain lines became very popular, and they kept repeating them in picture after picture. For instance, you're rotten. You're rotten to the core. And the madness of it all is I still love you.
I heard that one 4 times. 4 times last week. Really, that's the truth. Twice on television and twice from my wife. And she's right. And another one I like is, give it to me straight, Doc. How long have I got?
And another line that kept being repeated again and again in Westerns was,
I know he's a half-breed, but he's the only one in the valley who knows this country well enough to get the wagon train.
which is a cue for the half-breed to say,
White man speak with forked tongue. Scouts see footprints in trail. Either great white father or great white mother.
Yes, these were some of the immortal lines that we have all come to know and love. Lines that filled one picture after another, like the great gangland pictures.
All right, you coppers, if you want me, you're gonna have to come up and get me!
Judge, I know my son is a thief, a swindler, a murderer, but all I'm trying to say is, deep down, he's a good boy.
Sometimes being a judge isn't easy. I don't know how to tell you this, son, but you're gonna get the chair.
I'm getting out of here. There ain't a prison that can hold Blackie Kane. Get me out of here. The guy in the next cell is driving me crazy with his singing.
Going home, going home.
Stop.
I is going home.
So long, Scarface. So long, machine gun face. So long, baby face. Say, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
This is the U.S. Cavalry, mister. We don't care where a man's from or where he's been. We're only interested in one thing out here, killing Apaches.
This is a French Foreign Legion, monsieur. We do not care where a man is from or where he has been. We are only interested in one thing out here, killing Arabs.
Darling, darling, darling.
Oh, don't.
But we must. We
can't.
We should.
We shan't.
No, we dasn't.
Yes, we das.
We can't.
Okay, we won't.
Inspector, the murderer's name was...
Okay, Tom, go ahead.
I've changed my mind about this.
No, go ahead. You've got to do it because it's your turn now. We're waiting. Do it.
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to. It's all right. It's all right.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm going to have a baby.
Why are you telling all this to me, a perfect stranger?
Nobody's perfect.
Mr. Ziegfeld loves the act. 2, 3, 4.
When does he want us to open? 2, 3, 4.
Susie, I don't know how to tell you this, but he doesn't exactly want us. Well, he only wants me. 2, 3, 4.
You're rotten. You're rotten to the core. And the madness of it is, I still love you. 2, 3, 4.
No. Buzz, I'm not going to let you go up in a crate like that. Why, it's made of spit and baling wire.
Don't try to stop me, Smitty.
You crazy kid. You'll be killed. It's a death trap. Let me go.
It's a death trap?
Yeah, let me go.
Okay.
Oh, no, Tarzan, you must must put me down. What will our visitors think? I do hope you'll forgive Tarzan, Lord and Lady Gaystroke. But you see, out here in the jungle, there isn't really much else to do.
How innocent and carefree they were on their happy little island, dancing semi-nude, before you came bringing them your civilization.
Why are you telling all this to me, a perfect stranger?
Listen to those jungle drums. Will they never stop?
What does it all mean?
I'm going to have a baby.
Listen, when you hear the jungle drums, you're supposed to say, Tommy, the natives are restless.
That's because I'm going to have a baby.
Smile when you say that, partner.
Yes, I murdered him, and I'm glad.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Why are you telling all this to me, a pregnant stranger?
Well, these are some of the lines that you hear now and then. You don't know just where, and you don't know just when. One of those lines from the movies back when they used to repeat them again and again, but later on you'll recall them in some other year. You may start to smile or you may shed a tear. You get sentimental as something reminds you of one of those wonderful, crazy but wonderful, one of those wonderful lines.
That's all, folks.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for tonight, and we sure hope you all enjoyed it.
Yes, and if we've given you a moment of happiness, so be it.
We'd also like to thank our guests for tonight, Bette Davis, Bob Crane, and the Buffalo Springfield. Now, next week, we're going to have the beautiful Barbara Eaton, Paul Revere and the Raiders, and the very, very talented Carl Reiner.
And if we're lucky, maybe we'll even bring his wife, Grace Kelly.
Here we go, Tommy. Carl Reiner's not married to Grace Kelly.
He isn't?
No, he's, of course not.
Boy, they sure got that country fooled.
What country?
Monaco.
No, Tommy, you're thinking of Prince Rainier. This is Carl Reiner. He's not a prince. He's not married to Grace Kelly.
Then why are we having him on the show if that's the case?
Tommy, because he's a great talent. That's why. For years, he's made people laugh on the Sid Caesar show. He's been in movies. He's written. He's directed. He's produced. Carl Reiner is probably the biggest all-around talent. And I mean, it's all-around talent in the entire business.
Then how come Grace Kelly turned him down?
I don't know. Good night, Tommy.
Good night, and good night, everybody.
Good night, Monaco.
Buffalo Springfield was re-recorded. The part of Mr. Patrick Polson, Vice President, was played by Pat Polson. This is Roger Carroll speaking.